I left off in our last session talking about the promise of the Spirit. Now, when you think about what that means, the promise of the Spirit or the promise of the Ruach, that's made reference to the fact is that somewhere in the Scripture, we know we can find this in Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 31, where Yahuwah declared that he made a promise, in other words, a covenant, that he was making with the house of Yasharel, that he would put his Ruach in them. So this is the promise of the Spirit that's being referenced to by the Apostle Paul, or Shaul, in the book of Galatians, chapter 3, where he says here that and I read chapter 3, verse 13 and 14. I'm going to read that again. It says, Mashiach has redeemed us from the curse of the Torah. Did you know the Torah has a curse on it? Being made a curse for us, for it is written. Now, this is the curse. Cursed is everyone that hangs on a tree, that the blessing of Abraham might come on the Gentiles through Yahushua HaMashiach, that we might receive the promise of the Spirit. How? Through faith. That's how we receive the promise that's mentioned here and from Yahuwah in Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 31, is through our faith in Yahushua HaMashiach. Are you seeing this? And that says that Mashiach has redeemed us from the curse of the Torah. See, the curse, as I mentioned last time in our previous session, that if you didn't keep all the Torah, then you are under a curse. In fact, it says that right in verse 10 here of Galatians chapter 3, verse 10, for as many as are of the works of the Torah are under the curse. I don't want to be under a curse. I don't know about you, but I don't. So I'm not trying to be justified by the works of the Torah. I'm justified by my faith in Yahushua HaMashiach. And because of that, I'm redeemed from the curse of the Torah. And because of that, the blessing of Abraham have come on the nations through Yahushua HaMashiach, which is the promise of the Ruach. Now, in our next session, I'm going to get into the part about the fact here where we're going to continue reading through this chapter here about the covenant that was confirmed before. It was actually made with Yahuwah. The covenant we're talking about here not only was made with Abraham, but it was made with Yahuwah and Mashiach, that because it was there by making this covenant between himself, he was the guarantee. In other words, he was the guarantee that it would last, because Yahuwah is not a man that he should lie. We'll pick this up on our next session. Please share this with others, and hope you're having a great day. I love you. Yahuwah loves you, and shalom.